who explains grammar better, ChatGPT or real teacher? I'm confused. Should I say I was living in Paris or I have been living in Paris? What is the difference? Well, I was living in Paris is a past continuous tense. It refers to a temporary action in the past that is now finished. I have been living in Paris is a present perfect continuous tense. It started in the past and continues to the present. Is that clear? I think so. Let me ask ChatGPT instead. Hi ChatGPT, I'm learning English grammar. Can you please explain what is the difference between I was and I have been in this sentence? I was living in Paris or I have been living in Paris.
Of course. Both I was living in Paris and I have been living in Paris describe past actions, but they're used differently. I was living in Paris is in the past continuous tense. It describes an action that was ongoing in the past, often when something else happened. For example, I was living in Paris when I met him. I have been living in Paris is in the present perfect continuous tense. It describes an action that started in the past and is still continuing up to the present. For example, I have been living in Paris for 5 years. So you choose based on whether you're talking about a past ongoing action or a past action that continues to the present.
Oh, that makes sense. Paris now or Paris back then? That's easy. Okay, can someone finally explain what is the difference between there, and they are? Of course, there is a possessive. There is a contraction of they are. And there is an adverb indicating location or existence. Is that clear? Okay.
These 3 words sound the same but have different meanings and uses. 1. There. This word refers to a place or location. For example, the book is over there on the table. 2. There. This is a possessive adjective meaning something belongs to them. For example, they forgot their keys at home. 3. There. This is a contraction of they are. For example, they're going to the park later. So there is about a place, there shows possession, and there means they are.
Okay, looks like ChatGPT is winning. Another one, much versus many. Can you please explain when to use many and when to use much? Much is used with uncountable nouns. Many is used with countable nouns. You can say many apples, but much sugar. You got it? Okay, you lost me at uncountable. Can you count it with your fingers? If so, use many. If not, go with much.
Much and many are both used to talk about quantities, but they are used differently based on the type of nouns they describe. Many is used with countable nouns, which are things you can count individually. For example, I have many books. There are many apples in the basket. Much is used with uncountable nouns, which are things you cannot count individually. For example, I don't have much time. There isn't much water left. So use many for things you can count and much for things you cannot count.
So who explains grammar better, ChatGPT or real teacher? ChatGPT is quick, simple and friendly. Real teacher. It's my break time. Real teacher is accurate but sometimes brain heavy. Honestly, best combination, use both. Ask your teacher and then double check with ChatGPT. Just make sure it's not your teacher's break time. By the way, ChatGPT doesn't have break time. If this video helped you or made you laugh, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one.